I don't see it. Oh yeah,
There
okay.
we
Now
go.
Yeah, you're live on FaceTime.
Now we
Happy
are.
Thursday.
happy
Lucia.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Hi, ladies.
Hey.
Everybody have a good week?
Long but good. It was a good week.
Good week.
Oh, good. That's good. Well, it's almost spring break for you, Jeanette. So,
I'm so excited. I was waiting for this day, this evening to meet you guys and for the day to end. I need the spring break. I need to unplug.
very good. Well, this tonight we will have an enjoyable time because our topic is all about makeup, and we have my line sister who she is my makeup artist quite often, and I just love when she does my makeup. It makes me
Oh,
feel some kind
Mama.
of way whenever she gets me picture perfect. My line sister Dominique Nicole is here with us, so we're
Hi,
going to hear more from her.
everybody.
Yeah, we're going to hear from her mostly tonight, but we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. I'm Cara Dunstan, and we've got Marcia Penn.
Hey, good evening. Glad to be here. Looking forward to getting some tips on a smoky eye.
Hey,
Hi, I'm Juanita, aka Q. Yeah, I'd like a few good tips on some eye stuff as well. And happy Friday Eve.
yes.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jeanette, and I too am looking forward to getting tips on the smoky eye. I'm loving the lash that Dominique is wearing, so I can't wait to hear how we can get our eyes looking as beautiful as hers. Um, welcome everyone who's joining us for our regular crew. Welcome back, and to the newcomers. Come on into our virtual living room. We're happy to have you. I will just say, as I say every week, please know that we are not experts, although we do have an expert makeup artist with us, but we are just good girlfriends getting together, sharing information. I mean, this is what good girlfriends do. One girlfriend learns the tip and then teaches everyone else how to do it, right? So we can all be as fabulous as she is. So welcome to our virtual living room. I hope we are a blessing to you, and I'm ready to jump into our topic.
All right. Well, it looks like we have one more guest with us coming in, and I think she'll be here shortly. Yes, I'm going to let Dominique introduce this guest. Dominique, you want to introduce our special guest?
Oh, hey, Mom. Mom, we're on Facebook Live, so log out and then you can see us on the live.
Oh, she wants to just see us on the live. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, okay. See you. Bye.
Nice
That's
seeing
my
you.
man. That's her mom.
Hi, nice seeing you.
Nice for her to join.
I know. Thanks for coming. You can
I
stay
can
if you
do-
want. You can
Yes,
always stay if you want.
say.
No, I'll go to Facebook Live.
Okay.
So is it under what, Cara?
Yeah, or Dominique, you can share it on your page if you want, and she
Okay.
can find it there if it's easier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Nice seeing you. She's so cute. Now we know where Dominique gets her beautiful.
So I said she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that
Thank
picture.
you.
Yep. So, ladies, yeah, this is gonna be exciting tonight. I might have mentioned a little earlier. I have 3 steps of makeup. I know 3 things to do. I just put on some concealer, some foundation, and a little eyeliner, and I go. So I know that's not properly, or that's probably not the best thing to do, but that's what I've been doing since I was 40 years old. And I have to say, before 40, I very rarely wore any makeup. So this is all still new to me, but I'm gonna learn tonight. Maybe I can do a few more extra things.
I have to say to you too, my makeup regimen was very almost non-existent, probably until probably I would say 30. I started doing, and my mother is the one who introduced me to when I was in college. She introduced me to MAC. Because she worked in Manhattan, and she was like, "Oh, there's this makeup store. I see all the young girls. I'm gonna take you there." And then I was in love after that.
Wow.
But still, just the lipstick, not really getting into as you get a little older, then you start to dabble in other things with the foundations and the concealer and playing around with colors. And so I've always been fascinated with how people can change their look with
Mhm.
makeup.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with makeup. Oh, it looks like we have another guest. This one might be another one of Dominique's
I'm
faves.
so sorry.
No, this
No,
is,
it's great.
Oh,
we
good.
love it. Look, we love it.
This is so long on the thing. Let's see.
It's okay.
Oh,
We
that's my cousin, my muse. Diamond, I'm gonna send you the link to see it on Facebook, honey.
This is great. Look, we're
So
excited.
Diamond, you can leave it. I'm gonna send you the okay. She's a MUA in training, so she's 17
nice.
actually.
Oh,
So
she should tell her to join us. Hey, that would be
yes, that's
great.
my little cousin. Most of my pictures, if I'm trying out a product or anything, I usually call her up and say, "Hey, I got something new. Can I, use your face?" I always test it out prior to using it on a client. So
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, so Dominique, we started talking a little earlier, but yeah, we're going to talk about, at least in the beginning, about eyes, and you were talking about eyelashes, and Q made a really good point. She said that she has eye issues, and I would love for you all to repeat that conversation on this live
Sure.
for other women who. So Q, what were you saying? You can't wear?
Well, I have like eye allergies and things, and stuff bothers my eyes. And I used to could wear with no problem. And then all of a sudden I can't wear eyeliner. Sometimes I got to be careful with the eyeshadow. If it feels like anything's like, make sure it's not too powdery to get into my eye or anything. But I would love to have some eyelashes.
Right now on the market, they have magnetic lashes where it's actually like an eyeliner. It comes in a tube, like it looks like a mascara wand. Actually, it's sort of like this, and you just apply a small amount on your lash lid, and put the lashes on, and it sticks automatically. And they also have a lash now that's activated by water. It's by Allure. I know they carry it at Walmart and Target. I haven't seen it in Ulta yet, but they carry it in Walmart and Target. And of course, you're just going to measure it to your lid. You dip it in some water, and you just pop that bad boy on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hard to know.
And if anyone, feel free to send me a DM, a special message, or if you want to text me or whatever, if you have any questions. I love the questions. I love to teach. I'd rather teach you the proper way to do it, answer your questions. That way, going forward, you're more confident and you know exactly what you're doing. You don't have to second guess yourself. I've been doing this for about 4 years, but I'm still learning. When I say I am a forever makeup student, I am still learning. I watch YouTube videos, I invest in classes, I enroll in courses here in New York and Virginia, just to make sure that I'm still abreast on new techniques, new products. When I tell you I literally work for makeup, I work for makeup.
Well, so usually at the end, and we are going to highlight your business at the end, but just since you mentioned that, go ahead and throw out like your contact information. We'll do it a couple of times so that people
Sure.
can reach it.
My Facebook, it's Dominique Nicole Artistry. And my IG is Dominique Nicole Artistry as well. And if you have any questions, if you want to send me email, my email is suber.dominique@yahoo.com.
Okay, cool. All right. So anybody else have any general questions before we get into our demo?
I do have a question, and I know that you probably will cover this in the demo. But so I always stayed away from lashes, and I love them, but I stayed away because I thought that people like attach them to the lash line, but you attach them above the lash line, correct? I didn't
No.
want to do damage to what I'm saying to you is as you get older, your lashes, you got to hold on to what you have. And
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to wear the lash and then the glue is pulling my, natural lashes out.
So there are two different types of lash extensions or enhancements. You have those that are individuals where you would sit for about maybe like 2 hours and get them applied with a different type of glue. Now those are actually applied closer to your lash line, to your natural lashes. Excessive wear with those can sometimes pull out your natural lashes. But I'm a strip lash girl. I don't like to stay, for 2 hours and get my lashes done. I like to change my lashes with my makeup look. So I do a strip lash. I put some glue on it. I use like a little lash glue, and I apply it on my strip lash. When I say I have them just sitting around, they look like little caterpillars. My husband is probably picking them up everywhere, but little lash like this, apply the glue and sit that bad boy right on there. But lashes come in different sizes. They come in different styles. When I say you can get the smallest lash or something super fluffy, like these are really, really dramatic. They're really fluffy. And I always say, go with what complements your eye. If you have a hooded lid, you're definitely not getting ready to wear a very full lash because it would take over your entire face. And if you have like a hood, like a lot of lid space and you can wear the full lash, go for it. It will change your look. Like lashes will change your life. They're your friends, I promise you. Yeah.
I have a question about brushes. Like, do you have to spend a lot of money for good brushes, or are there?
No, I do not know who started this rumor or this myth. Some of my best brushes are inexpensive brushes. Like some of my best brushes didn't even cost me $10 at least. A few of my favorite brands, it's Morphe. There's actually a Morphe store in Towson. They've been there maybe a year now, maybe a year and a half.
How do you spell
Really,
that?
really, really great brushes. Like their products, I live and I stand by those products. Their brushes are really, really, really well. They last you. No shade. I'm not a MAC girl. I have a few MAC brushes, but for the price, I don't need a brush shedding all over my face. But I have maybe like 4 Holy Grail MAC brushes, but I don't rave about them. I mean, I have them because I have them, but I haven't purchased a new MAC brush in probably 5 years almost.
What was that place you said? Morphe?
Morphe, Morphe.
Ah, Morphe. I never.
They are sold in Ulta, and you go on Ulta. They usually have a coupon. It's like maybe $3.50 off of it as well. Where else? Real Techniques. Oh my goodness, those brushes are bomb, and they can be found almost anywhere. Like you can find them at Marshalls, Target, Walmart, Ulta, Amazon, and they have like brushes for your eyes, face, lips, everything. They have a whole collection. And e.l.f. I am an e.l.f. girl. I love my e.l.f. brushes.
My
They
daughter told me
are
about them.
affordable
Mhm.
and they get the job done. Okay, like they get the job done. I will put an e.l.f. brush against a MAC brush any day. They get the job done.
Awesome.
What's the lifespan of brushes? So I will tell you, I will definitely do a foundation before I go out, right?
Oh.
And I've got 2 foundation brushes and I clean them often. Get the
What's
excess.
often? No,
Once a
that's
week.
what I ask everybody.
Once a
It's
week,
okay.
but right now it isn't that often because I'm not going
Stay
out.
home,
So I
right,
haven't,
right.
But what's like the lifespan of makeup brush as far as like maybe foundation, because I use that more than anything else.
So depending on how you clean your brush will dictate the lifespan of the brush. Certain brushes, I notice where if you clean them more than others, they'll kind of lose their shape, depending on how you dry them, depending on what you use to clean them. If it has a lot of alcohol, sometimes it'll get into the groove of the brush and it'll loosen up the glue, and then you'll have to, replace it. Then you have some brushes where they are made literally for like years. Like MAC brushes, I'll give it to them. They last a long time. I have never had a MAC brush really like fall apart or the glue come unloose. But for the lifespan, I'm ashamed to say I have so many brushes that I, just put it in rotation that I can't honestly tell you how long a brush has really lasted, because it's like, it's addicting. You see a new brush, like, oh, let me try this. Oh, this is another one. Let me see if this works better than this one. Or, just kind of swap it out in rotation.
So what is the, like, how often should you wash your brushes? And how do you wash your brushes? I'm just wondering.
I need, well, as a makeup artist, I wash my brushes after every client, and on my own personal brushes, if I'm having like that one favorite foundation brush that's just giving me what I need for that day, I wash it every week. And if I have another foundation brush, if it's clean, then I'm just going to go with that one and kind of keep going until I have to wash all of my brushes, because now they're all filthy. I don't have another brush to use.
And how do you, what's the proper way to wash them? Like, what do you use to wash them?
I use a product called Cinema Secrets, and it has alcohol in it, and it's a quick drying solution, meaning I can clean my brush right here, right now, and use it again. I don't have to let it sit on the counter and dry overnight. She's a pretty penny, but she's worth it. You can find it on camerareadycosmetics.com, and Amazon actually carries it. And don't knock me, Dawn is great for washing your brushes, okay? Dawn is amazing for washing your brushes and your sponges too. So don't sleep on a beauty blender as well. I actually use a beauty blender more for like my foundation than I do an actual foundation brush. It's easy to clean and it's a better finish to me.
So you recommend that for foundation? I've never used a beauty blender. I don't even know how to use that. Can you show us a demo of that maybe too?
Sure. Sure can. Let me get a clean one. See.
Any more
Yeah.
questions? This is awesome. I've already taken a whole bunch of notes.
Me too. I'm writing down notes too.
Actually
I'm
got
on
this
Amazon
bag.
looking up stuff.
It's by they're called the Paw blenders, and these
Oh,
are
yeah.
better than a beauty blender. Like they are. I got this whole pack for about $6. I think they're like $1 a piece, $1.88 a piece.
Okay.
And they are really, really soft. And here's a dirty one. Don't judge me, but it's wet, so it gets to be about this size from here once you wet it.
Okay.
And I usually just put my foundation on my face, and I'll just use the flatter side and just press it in. I use it for my powders. I use it for my foundations. I use it for my concealers. If I'm doing my concealer, I use this part.
Mhm.
It fits perfectly underneath the eye. And you want to press it in. You never want to swipe it. Light taps here just to press the product into the skin. I noticed with using a sponge, you will get almost like an airbrush finish. It actually melts the product into your skin as opposed to a brush. Sometimes you'll notice you're moving it around, or you may see that your brush has actually soaked up a lot of your foundation. And you're probably like, where did my product go? It's in the brush.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's, foundation is not cheap. So sometimes you're spending about $40 to $60 sometimes on a foundation, and you're like, I just bought this 2 weeks ago. Why is my bottle half empty? And then you go wash your brush and it's down the drain. So.
So that's another question. Is one better than the other, liquid versus powder foundation?
Now that is determined by your skin type.
Okay.
So I say for most of my oily ladies, if you have oily skin, you just want to make sure you're always moisturizing. I don't care if you have oily, dry, combination skin. You definitely want to make sure you lay down a great base. Your makeup application is only as good as your skincare. And that's before you even if you go to a makeup artist, or if you do it for yourself, you definitely want to start taking care of your skin. If we are over 20, we should be using a serum, night serum, moisturizer, something, just to make sure we bring some life back into our skin, especially women of color. We really have to maintain, the elasticity in our skin and make sure, we keep wrinkles at bay. We don't want them to show as, we get older. But if you have oily skin, I definitely will recommend a matte foundation. Matte is kind of grandfathering out of the makeup world more. Now you're seeing this natural dewy glow finish with your foundations. And usually to get that finish, you use a cream. A good cream foundation that you can find at the drugstore is Black Opal. Some of your,
It's always sold out.
it's really good though. Like
it's
some
so
of your major professional makeup artists live by it. Black Opal is amazing. especially like it melts in the skin. I haven't had one client that, you know, I've had to, you know, redo or, you know, had any issues with a Black Gold Full foundation. And they have so many shade ranges for us, women of color, that, you know, it's easy to find your shade, and it's not a, oh, it looks too red, it looks too orange, I look like Oompa Loompa and things like that. So shade, the shade ranges are true to color for women of color.
I just had another question and I forgot what it was because you threw me off with that. Oh, this is a personal question. Do you have oily skin or dry skin? I don't even
You
know.
have combination skin,
Okay,
actually.
I don't never ask you that. That was a personal question.
Yeah, and like even if you have, you know, combination skin, I have combination skin. Depending on what day it is or what products, what I had to eat the night before, sometimes will determine, you know, how my skin wants to act on certain days. Some days it can be a good makeup day, and some days it's like, ooh, my foundation primer is just wasn't working with me today. So I do want to share this. One of the key things to doing makeup and having a flawless finish is knowing what products to use with what. I could sit here and run down a list of go buy this, go buy this, go buy that. But if you don't learn how to use your products together, you'll never really hit that sweet spot to say, this is it. This works well with this. You know, you can't mix an oil-based product with a water base. You know, it's just like oil and vinegar. It's not going to work. And it depends on how you layer things as well. So you can layer on, you know, silicone with water and, you know, then go in with the cream or something like that. You just got to know that sweet spot, what's going to separate, what's going to crinkle, what's going to get gritty. It's almost like baking a cake. You got to know the order of your ingredients to layer it and how much of your ingredients to.
Awesome. Any more questions, ladies, before we get to the
This is fun. I really feel like I'm sitting home talking to my girlfriends.
That's how we like it. That's how we like it. Right?
We'll be on here till 11 o'clock. Are you sure y'all want me to go? I can talk to you to death about some makeup. Okay.
We're
I
happy.
definitely want to see the demo.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put Dominique at the center so people can see her face. But
Okay.
so we're gonna what are we demoing, Dominique?
We are going to do a brow tutorial. And you guys see, I don't have much of a brow, but I'll get a brow. And we are going to do a smoky eye.
Awesome.
So just a tidbit with the smoky eye. So I know a lot of people probably hear smoky, you automatically think black. Smoky is not necessarily black. Smoky is the technique of the actual eyeshadow, not necessarily the color. Because the smoky eye I have on now, it's actually brown. I didn't use any black eyeshadow. Black is a color that once it goes on, it's on. So the key to building a seamless blend with a smoky eye is we're going to gradually build this up with different shades of brown. We're not gonna, I promise you, we're not gonna use any black eyeshadow. Okay, so to start off, I am going to sculpt this brow. I usually go in with the brow pencil, a couple of great brow pencils. Again, Morphe, you can find this at the Morphe store. This was, I wanna say $6, and I have the shade Java, which is a brown. If you have blonde hair or like a gray hair or well, yeah, gray or brown or like a sandy gold or something like that in your hair, you may not want to go this dark with a pencil. I tried to match your brows with your hair. I have really, really dark hair. So I try to make my brows a deep color, but I never go black. We should never be using, nobody has natural black brows. Nobody should ever use black. Nobody should ever use black on their brow. Nobody should ever use black on their brows, okay? I will be the brow police. You do not want to look like Angry Birds, okay? Brown is your friend, okay? So, to get the perfect brow, first of all, we should always make sure our brows are groomed. If you get them waxed, you get them threaded, Or if you don't have any, that's fine as well. You can use straight blade razors, some scissors if you need to. Sometimes we have brows that just don't stay in its appropriate place. With your brow, I try to place my face on an angle when I look in my mirror, just because I need this part here to line up with kind of where it's like a little, I don't know what to call it, indentation here in my, where I contour where my nose, where my brow meets my nose. So I will start with the spoolie. So the pencil usually has the pencil part on this end, and then you have the spoolie on the other end. We'll usually brush our brows up. I'm sorry if I look to the side, I'm looking in the mirror at the same time. This is not easy, but I'm getting it. So we'll brush our brows up here. And we're just gonna follow the natural shape of our brow. Brush it up just to make it full. Then we'll go in with the opposite end, the pencil. I start here at the top of my brow, gently. And we're just going to create an outline of our brow. Start at the bottom. So we'll start here, light strokes. You see just that line right there? Just change the whole look of the brow itself. Gentle. Short hair strokes. And then we'll create a tail. Then we'll go from the top here on the top of the brow in the front. I don't start all the way in the front. I want to start maybe halfway here. I do have a mole, I do apologize, in my brow. So I use that as my start point to know that that's where I want my brow to be less harsh. You never want your brows to be too dark. I call them ombre. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do gentle strokes and meet our tail on the end. Your spoolie is still your best friend. So the spoolie actually moves the product around, so that way you can tell if you have too much, if you need to add, you can kind of see where it's scarce, if you need to fill it in. And this is a $6 pencil. Now you can get Anastasia, but Anastasia is about $24. But they work just the same. Okay, once I fill it in with the pencil, I'll go in with the pomade just to darken it up just a little bit, just to give that crisp look to your brow. Now, if you don't like a bold brow, you can leave the pencil just like this. Or if you want, you can go in and just add a little more definition to it, which I'm going to do myself.
And what's the pomade?
A pomade, it is a little jar. This is actually a dip down by MAC.
Okay.
And looks like this in it. As soon as we finalize the shape of our brow, we'll go in with the pomade and just darken it up a little bit. So here, I'm okay with the shape of my brow here. Now you see how this one is a little more bolder. This has the pomade. This is just a pencil. This can be dark. I mean, for nighttime, you can do this for work. And this is what I usually do. Sometimes I don't have time to go in with the pomade and perfect it. And if I'm taking pictures or anything like that, I definitely go in with a pomade. But the pencil is your best friend. The pencil is almost like, you know, like when you were a child, you would trace, you would outline, and then you'll go in with the pomade to fill it in. Now the pomade is more of a, I don't want to say permanent, but it's definitely a lot more pigmented. So once it's on there, she's on there. So as I said, outline it first, make sure you agree with the shape of your brow and just go in with the pomade. So I'm going in with an ankle brush and it has a spoolie at the other end. This is a Lavish, it's by Lavish. I actually get a monthly subscription to a company called BoxyCharm. They send a bunch of amazing products for like $25 a month. I mean, like some really nice things. And they'll send, eyeshadows, brushes, products, and I get to test out some things monthly. So now we're going to take a little bit on the brush, the dip brow. And we're just going to slightly, I never start at the front. We're going to start in the middle. And we just do small strokes to fill it in. See how it's darkening up? See where we put the dip brow in here? Just still doing light strokes. Just kind of cleaning it up and filling in where we put the pencil. Just a little bit. Gentle hand, gentle hand. And we just use a spoolie to move it around. I rarely apply any pomade to the front of the brow only because it's so pigmented. And we want to have that, gradient look, that ombre look to our brow. So I'm just going to perfect this curve here. And this is just a natural shape of my brow. Okay. So from there, we're going to clean it up. To some people it looks perfect, but we just want that sharp look to our brow. I go in with a concealer. Now, when I do the concealer under your brows, you definitely want to go maybe 2 shades lighter. I use the MAC Studio Finish concealer. I'm using a NC30, and my brush, it's a Bdellium Tools. They're really inexpensive. They may be about $7, if that. And it's a flathead brush. We're going to take.
So you said go 2 shades lighter under
Yes.
your brow of concealer. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
We just want to give a nice brow highlight. And so with the flathead, just a little bit. I have about that much brushed hair. See? And it's flat, so it fits perfectly underneath where we're going to clean up our brow. Again, you can see how I'm holding it. You never want to hold your brush this close to the bristles. That has more pressure. Farther away has less pressure, so you don't really have any guidance, any control over the brush. So you want to hold it almost like a pencil when you can have enough, control over it to dictate where it's going to go. And you place it and you're going to pull it down. And just slowly outline underneath your brow and just clean it up from here. And clean up that end, that tail. And that's how you conceal underneath your brow. It's so simple, right? Any questions? No. And then I don't do the top of my brow. I don't like halo brows. I'll just go in and clean up my tail on the side here. I don't know if you can see how I'm holding the brush here, if that helps. And just clean that up on the side, and that's how you get that sharp tail. Just like that. So once we conceal, I go in with a dome-shaped fluffy brush to buff this out. It's a dome. And I'm just going to buff this in.
Is that just foundation?
That's concealer.
No, on the brush you were using concealer?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, you're using a dark. Is it the same one you used to?
The 2 shades lighter than your concealer. Yep. And just buff it in. And once we agree with the shape of our brow, you know, sometimes you may go back and say, hey, this one looks a little shorter than this one looks a little darker than that one. You kind of make those adjustments. My favorite saying is this: brows are sisters, they're not twins. So they will never be identical. And that's okay. If anyone's that close to your face, tell them to scram. They shouldn't be able to see see that. So, and we buff this in, and that's the concealer. Now, if you want it, you can go out like this, like I have on my left eye, and just put a lash on and go on about your business. Or if you wanted to, you can put some eyeliner on here, or we can do what we get ready to do now and add some eyeshadow to it. So this is, I always do my face first, and then I'll go into my eyes, only because once you set your foundation, you kind of have a structure of how everything will look for your eyes. It's kind of like road mapping. I want to make sure, you know, my contour is here, and the shades that I'm using here, we're going to use on our eyes. So to
got
get
another
the,
question. One more
Uh-huh.
question. So you put on concealer, and I guess I am doing this all wrong. So if I put on concealer under that eye, I would go back and put some more foundation over that. You didn't do that. You know, you're not putting any, you just use the concealer.
I buffed it out.
So I'm not buffing. You need to buff it, so you don't need the.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And if I do go over with a little bit of foundation, it's on the outer tail. I never put foundation on the inside of, well, on my eye rather, only because foundation will crease. And sometimes certain foundations will make your lids oily. And if your lids are oily, then it seeps through the eyeshadows, and then you just have a big blob of oil. So to avoid that, we are going to go in with the MAC Paint Pot. And I have it in the shade Painterly. Looks like this. And this is our eyeshadow base. So this holds the oils. This helps so we have pigmented eyeshadow. This is going to help with making sure our eyeshadow stays put and stays in place all day. So I put a little bit on this same brush that we just buffed it out with the concealer. I'm using the same brush. I've only used 2 brushes so far. That's really good. So we just take a little bit on the dome brush that we buffed out our concealer, and we'll push it here on our lids. And we're patting motion. We never want to swipe. We always want to press the product in. We never want to move it. We want to lay it down, press it in. And this is our primer. This is your eyeshadow primer. Again, it's a paint pot by MAC called Painterly. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Paint Pot MAC Painterly. And we press it in. And you just want to make sure it's blended seamlessly. So that should blend right into that concealer we just had. And just press it in. Okay. And once we have a seamless application there, we can now go to the fun stuff. So for women of color, I like to use whatever we use for our bronzer. I don't like to use the term contour, because contour is usually a shadow. Women of color, we don't necessarily have those undertones in our skin. So anything too gray or too cool will make us look gray or look muddy. So I usually say we're going to bronze. Is usually like warming, adding some more, you know, color to our skin. So I usually go in with a bronzer, and that is our transition color. So I'm using another drugstore. This is a Fit Me powder, and I use this as my transition shade for my eyeshadows. So we're going to take this Fit Me, and we're going to take a fluffy brush. Sorry, brush number 3 today. I got this from AOA Studios. It's a fluffy tapered brush, and we're just going to take a little bit of our bronzer, tap off any excess. Make sure you tap off excess because it will drip down to your foundation. And we're going to start right here. I start on the outer corner of my eye just to give my eye some shape. So placement is key. And we're just going to pat this in here and we're going to blow it out. So this is where we start to build up the smoky look. Just a little bit more bronzer. Pat it in. So you're going to pat it first. Once you get that pigment down that you like and say, okay, I like this color, this tone, how it's looking, then you'll start to do small circular motions to blow it out. And see how we got the shape of our eye? And that's just the bronzer. And then this Fit Me powder, this was in the shade 362. And you can find this at Walmart, Target, Ulta. I even think Walgreens and CVS carries this. So now I'm just buffing this out just to make sure it's blended. Blending is my cardio, as they say. So now we have our transition shade. From here, I am using a Morphe palette. It's really big, I'm so sorry. And this is called I think this is the Artistry. Yes, the Artistry palette, but it has all of these colors and yeah, it's a fun time. So in this palette, we have a ton of neutral shades here. It's like this browns and orange tones and taupes. That's what we're going to use to build up our color. I'm going to try to hold it up so you can kind of see which shades I'm using for my lid. So from here, we're going to, since we have our bronzer, our transition shade, we're using the same brush, only 3 brushes. I hope y'all count. We only use 3 brushes. And we're going to go in with this shade here, which is almost, close to my skin tone. If you have warmer skin or deeper skin, more of a cool tone, then you could probably go over to, something more like here, or either this one on the end there. Just kind of match it up with your skin tone for your next transition shade. So we tap off the excess. We're going to put that right over top of where we put the bronzer, just to deepen the color. Again, we're using browns. I haven't used any black yet. And we're building this color up. And we're just buffing it in gently. You see how I'm holding the brush? I still have control. I'm not here. I'm not there. I still have it here like a pencil. Now from here, to add some warmth to this, we're going to go in with this, I call it like a brick color. And if you have any eyeshadows, actually, this is one color that complements a lot of eyeshadow looks. If you have a brick orange or brick red, no matter your skin tones, this is the go-to, even if you just want to wear this on your lid by itself. So we're just going to take a little bit of the brick, tap off the excess, put that right over top of here, and we're just going to blow it out. We are building our smoky eye. Just go in, get a little more. Still using that brick. We want to pat it. And we're keeping the same shape of our eye. And blow it out. You ladies still with me?
Yes,
We're here.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're just blowing it out. And that is our transition for our smoky eye. We've laid the foundation. From there, we will take a flathead brush. Now, my one MAC brush. This is a 290, 229, I'm not sure which brush, a 239, that's what it is. It's a flathead brush. And we're going to go in with this chocolate brown, which is right here. Get a little bit there, tap off the excess. And we're going to put that on our lid. And we're just going to build up the color. And that's how we build our smoky eye. Was that hard? No, that was like 1, 2, 3 steps, right? 4 steps, maybe. And so we're just going to pack this on our lid.
It's not hard until you try to do it yourself and you end up like
Thank you, Jeanette.
Actually, a smoky eye is actually, I prefer to do a smoky eye than any, it is so easy. And because I love it because it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's not a whole, you know, a cut crease where the line has to be completely even. Smoky eye, you build up these browns and it's all about blending, making sure that you have that seamless blend from the lid to your transition. We're still using this brown. And I'm just patting it in here. Now we're gonna go back to brush number 3, 4 brushes. And we're just going to blend these together to make it seamless. Now, with doing any type of eyeshadow look, do not get discouraged if you feel like your colors may have, you know, faded. Sometimes you have to go back in and add a, you know, another shade, another layer. But here we're just blending it to make it seamless. And you can go back with your with the same brush, the flat brush. I didn't add anything else to the brush. Just patting it in. And that there is your base for your smoky eye. Now with this technique, smoky, like I said, it's not necessarily dark. It is the way we blew this out into our brow bone. And you can do smoky another way as well, where you can still have, well, I call it more of a sultry look, but it still has a little smoke look to it, where it's mainly just on the outer corner of your eye, but it still has that sultry smoked out technique to it. So once we have blended everything in and we are okay with the look, do you guys like this? Is this, we good? We agree?
I love it.
Love it. We got, and this is brown. We didn't use any black. I did not go into a black eyeshadow once. Just blend, make sure this is blended here. And sometimes you just got to keep going back and forth with, you know, both brushes. Just patting it in. Now with the smoky eye, you do not want to bring this lid color too high up, but you don't want to leave it just on the lid. It's like you got to find where your crease is. It should not, the darker color should never go above your crease. It should stop right there in your crease and you just blend it together here. Should be seamless. And then from there, we're gonna go in with our fave, some lashes. Get excited.
So we have some questions on Facebook.
Sure.
You may know, I don't know if you know Kim Burnett, but she wants to know.
Hey, Kim.
Hi, Kim. So the darker the brown, the smokier the eye is what she asked.
Yes and no. So like I said, remember, smoky is not always just the color, it's the technique. So smoky is starting with a sultrier color or deeper color, because we can do a smoky purple, you can do smoky and blue, you can do smoky and red, like burgundies. Smoky is just the layering technique and the blending technique to it. A lot of people do associate it with black or, you know, darker colors, but that's not the only way you can do a smoky eye. So it's just with starting with a deeper toned or deeper color closer to the lid, and you're just blowing it out towards your brow, almost like a gradient, a reverse gradient than how we did with our eyebrow. We go in the opposite direction now. Yep. So I've seen, you know, I've seen smoky with purple, navy blue, burgundy. It's all in the technique. So once we have
Or smoky purple, sorry.
yeah, if you want, I can, you know, again, if you want me to, I can go.
I'm
Definitely come back
my
and
favorite color.
Oh, okay. I think that's my mom's favorite color too. So now that we, you know, I always say step back, look in the mirror. So I see something you guys probably don't see. I'm just gonna blend this in just a little bit here. Take your time and blend. That is the key to a smoky eye. You have to make sure it's blended definitely in your crease area here. So I can tell that we've lost a little bit of color on the lid. So I'm just gonna go into the palette and add just a little bit of color. I'm still using that flat brush. We're still on brush number 4. I haven't added anything else. And I'm just going to add a little bit to the brush and just pat it in just to add a little bit more pigment. Now, when you do a smoky eye, because it's so sultry and it's so pigmented on the lid, you can add eyeliner. I usually don't because it's already smoked out. Just gonna blend this here just a little bit, smoke it out.
Now you have eyeliner on the other side of your face that you've already made, right?
Nope,
No eyeliner over there?
only
Wow.
underneath. As I said, with a smoky eye, it gives the illusion, it opens your eye.
Wow.
And if you want it, you can actually do like a nude or white eyeliner. That's really gonna pop and make your eyes look, larger, make you look awake. So just blend this in here. And so I'm okay with the color. I like the color. It's blended. It's seamless. You can't tell where one color really stops and starts. When in doubt, blend again. And now we're going to put on our lashes. So I'm actually using a lash, I'm sorry, I have makeup all over the place, that I got from off of Amazon. So they look like this. They look dramatic on the paper, but I have these on actually. So the key to putting on a lash is, 1, to make sure you measure your lids. Some have larger eyes, some have smaller. So to do so, you will take your tweezers, which I can't find my tweezers right now. Okay, I don't know what I did with my tweezers. Okay, oh, here we go. And you can kind of measure it on your own lid. You can kind of place it and see if it's too long. You see mine, it extends too far here on the side. I need to trim that. So you always trim your lash from the outer corner to the inner corner. Never take it from the inside. So we're going to trim just a little bit from the outer corner. And I'm using scissors. I have cosmetic scissors from the Dollar Tree. Cut off just a little bit. And we're going to go on with our lash glue. I like to use clear lash glue only because it dries down better sometimes than black lash glue, and it's easier to clean up actually. So I actually got this from Amazon as well. It's a lash glue. It looks like this. And I just have my lash here. You can kind of see where I'm applying the lash glue here, and we're gonna let that get tacky. That's how you know when your lash is ready to be put on. It kind of turns to a bluish color. Looks like it's like an iridescent. You can tell that it's ready, it's tacky then. Put that on there. Sometimes they go a little quick, it dries down really fast, so you gotta be a little quick with it. Duo is a really good brand as well, but this is called Amuse. And Cara, if you want, I can send you a list of everything I said today if anyone's interested. So I let these dry down a little bit. So the next thing to applying the perfect lash is to have your mirror underneath your lid. Most of the time we hold the mirror here. That's not applying the lash correctly. You want to be able to look down and see where your lashes are and sit that bad boy on top of your lash. So if it's here, you can't see the top of your lash because you're looking up or you're looking straight. So if you're looking down, you can see exactly where your lashes start and stop. And you can use a tweezer if you need to. Sit it here. I apply on the outer corner first, and then we bring it in on the inner corner. And then we're just gonna squeeze that bad boy together. Make sure it sticks. Your lashes on, see? Yeah, and they'll dry down a little more. Sometimes you may have to adjust it, and you just want to give it a quick pinch. So the quick pinch, you're just actually at I say meshing your lash with the falsies before you put on your mascara. Some people will put on the mascara before they put on their lash. I like to blend mine after I've put on my lash here. So now I'm just meshing my lash with the falsie. And we have our lash.
You do
And these
mascara
are,
and lashes?
Hmm?
You do mascara and lashes?
so you do the mascara just to blend your natural lash with the falsies. Sometimes you'll notice with certain eyeshadows, if you get some fallout, it'll fall into your lashes and it has like a little, some residue left over. So you just want to use the mascara just to blend them. If you have curly eyelashes, you might want to skip that step. Only because if they're really curly and use a mascara, you'll be able to tell the difference sometimes if your lashes don't, extend. So I'm going in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. A good dupe for this one is Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I think it's maybe like $8. Just do a small coat just to lift the lash. The mascara helps to blend and lift. So sometimes if you put your lash on, you may see like a shadow, but you just want to, lift it up just a little bit, just so your eyes don't look droopy. If you have your lashes too far out, it can make your eyes look like this. It just shut your lashes down. Shut your eyes completely down. So after that, we are going to put on our eyeliner underneath. I don't have any liner on the top. This is like a quick eye, promise. I'm using Makeup Forever. It's an Aqua XL waterproof pencil, and it doesn't stick to your contact lenses. It doesn't run. It doesn't give you raccoon eyes, and it glides on really, really good. I think the pencil might be about $20, but it's waterproof and it lasts. It's worth the money. Another good dupe would be a Rimmel. You can find that at Walmart and Target, and it comes in jet black as well. So to apply my eyeliner, I actually go and I use a puff because I don't want to mess up my concealer or anything here. And I'll place it there. And we'll go in with our liner. I always start at the outer corner, work my way in. I don't know how I can do this and not cry anymore, but this is the black. And see, this is the only black I'll use. So you'll have it gives the illusion that we use black in our eyeshadow. We didn't use any black. So from there, we're gonna go in and we're just gonna smoke this out. And I'm sorry, I'm using a pointed brush. I got this off of Amazon as well. I hope nobody was expecting to hear about Pat McGrath and everybody today. I use what works. I am not a label person. I needed to be efficient and effective and work. So we're just gonna smoke this out here underneath. And that's what's gonna give us that extra to our smoky look. So we just blended in our eyeliner, and we're gonna go in again with that brown that we put on our lid and just smoke the bottom out, and we're done. We can add a little color to our brow bone, and we got a smoky eye. You have a bomb brow, your lashes, your smoked out eye, and your smoked out under eye. And just blend that in here. And again, if we were doing this with another color, if we were doing this with purple, we would put the purple on the bottom lash line. You can use a purple eyeliner, or you can use a purple eyeshadow, which gives you the same, the same results. And that's our smoky eye. Only thing I'm going to add now is just a little shimmer to our brow bone. And we're finished. Just a little shimmer. Let me get the right brush. How many brushes did I use? Was that 4, 5?
I think I counted 5.
Yeah, that's really good. That is really good.
I want to
So
know
I'm
why they
taking
sell so many brushes, and I'm like, what do you need all those brushes for?
This is just a MAC highlighter. This is called Whisper of Guilt. I actually had that one as my highlighter, And then I'm just gonna take a little bit here and we're just gonna pat it into the brow bone just to give a little shimmer under there. And that actually blends into your transition color. Again, we're gonna pat it. And then that's
Wow,
it. Yeah, we got our smoky eye.
that's beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you. But
Wow.
yeah, and again, you can use this technique with any color. It can be, like I said, blue, green, pink, burgundy. It's just the technique. So don't get afraid when you hear smoky. I will never forget the time I did Cara's eye, and she was like, "I don't know, Dominique, I'm not gonna like this." She looked like a raccoon for the first half, and then I had to explain to her, like, "No, this is just trust the process. Trust the process."
Yeah, she kept saying, "Oh, this is beautiful." I looked at my face. I was like, "What in the world?"
Yeah.
And
Just one suggestion. If you are going to do a smoky look and you did want you to do like the, deep color, I would recommend to lay down some translucent powder underneath your eyes just to catch any fallout from, some blacks and some purples. Well, certain brands have a lot of fallout and you don't want to mess up, we laid this beautiful foundation and you don't want to have this black eyeshadow just sitting here and then you got to wipe it off and start all over. So if you know certain brands have a lot of fallout, maybe do your eyes first. But if you have like really good, eyeshadows that don't have a lot of fallout, you can do your face first actually, and just lay down some translucent powder. And once you're done, swipe that bad boy off and go.
we have some questions and comments.
Okay.
So one of the questions is, does the lash glue pull your natural lashes out when removed?
The strip lash, no. If you are to get individual lashes excessively, it can lead to, you losing your natural lashes. But I use strip lash. I'm a strip lash girl. I like to take them off at night, lay them on the dresser. And I like to switch out my lashes. Like I don't never wear the same lash 2 days or 3 days in a row. So I use latex glue. Latex free glue. That way I don't have any allergic reactions or any clients have any reactions. And you can just remove it gently. You don't ever want to rip it. That's with any glue. And again, like I said earlier, if you don't like the strip lashes or the latex glue and you have, some irritability with your eyes, you can also do the magnetic lashes. They're hot and trendy right now. It's nothing but a magnetic liquid liner and you just line your eyelash with it and you just pop the lash on there. Placement is key. You never want to place the strip lash or individual lashes onto your actual lashes. I've seen some people where they apply the falsies underneath their actual lash. No, we don't do that. You want to put it on sitting, I don't want to say sitting on top of your lash, but it should be on top of your lash, close to your lash line, if that makes sense.
So we have a lot of comments saying that it's very pretty.
Thank
and
you.
beautiful. So there are lots of those comments.
Thank you.
And then it looks like you drove home the point of no black on the brows, because we have people who commented that in here that they got that point. So
I will find you and I will wipe it off. No black, like no black. I don't even, I know some different ethnicities, they have really, really dark hair. No black. They are chocolate browns and they are different shades to get you that, that pigment that you're looking for. Nobody has black brows. Even if you have a tattoo brow, you should still not be using black on your brows. No.
well, that
Yeah.
pretty much sums up most of the comments, but that was awesome.
Thank you.
Can I
I'm
ask
glad
one
you ladies enjoyed it. Sure.
So you did teach me two things. One was don't be swiping my concealer because I do that every day. Like not every day, but when I wear it. So I guess I need to learn to dab it. And you said no foundation on the eyes itself. So I know I've seen people wet their brushes with their shadow. Like what does that do?
Oh, for the shimmer.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
now if we have a, we can actually change this entire look and add on to it actually. So if you were to add a shimmer, I'll show you. Look, I'm home. We're not going anywhere. So I'm glad you asked that. So,
they say wet the brush.
so I
Oh.
have a pigment. This is by what is this? Peaches and Cream. It's a UK company, but their pigments are really, really great. It's called Gatsby. So if we wanted to, we can take this up a notch. We want to use a synthetic brush. That makes a difference. Anytime you're using your pigments, anything wet or moist or cream, you want to use a synthetic brush. No calf hair or squirrel hair brushes. It would change the texture and the finish to the product. So I have this one. This is by, who is this? This is a crayon case. Let me just. Why you should have clean brushes, right? So here's a little bit. This is by the Crayon Case, and it is a synthetic brush. It's stained, actually. The green is not going to come off of here. So we will take our MAC Fix Plus. Y'all just missed the sale. Ulta had it the other day for half off. And we just spray a little bit here. And I have about this much in the cap. It's really pretty. I don't know if y'all can see the pigment. It's really gorgeous. It sparkles. And we're just gonna dab a little bit on our brush. You see that? Looks like diamonds, right? And this is wet. So the brush it's wet, but it's not wet. It's not soaked. So you just want to add a little moisture to it. If we wanted to, we can add this pigment right here. And we've just taken our look from day to night. See? And that was with the wet pigment. Cara, you look like you just saw ghosts. What's wrong? Yeah. And we just applied that on the inner corner. That's your pigment. That one step just changed that entire look. And that was pigment. So yeah, if you want to wet it, you can do this with, you only should wet your brush if you're using a pigment, like a shimmer. You don't want to use it with anything matte, because then it's just going to fade out the pigment of the actual product. I hope that answered your question. Did I answer the question?
So what is that you put on? I like that, whatever that silver was. What was that?
It's called Gatsby by, what is it? Peaches and Cream.
That's pretty.
It's really pretty. I don't know
Yeah,
if
we're
they-
gonna need a list of products, so.
Sure. Oh, we get to go shopping. Yay.
My daughter would love that.
That is so awesome. Oh my goodness. I'm going to send you pictures of my clown face when I try to imitate what you just did. That's why I pay you, because I can't do this. I mean,
You
I
start
really
off
be an
small
artist.
and you build.
You have to
You
be an
just
artist.
build.
You sure you don't have to be an artist? I mean, I feel like you have to be an artist. Like even how you have the
No,
brush.
I've
I don't hold my pencil like that. So I don't know how to hold the brush like that.
oh, you learn. That's why you take these classes. You learn the color wheel. Let me tell you, a lot of makeup artists sleep on this. The color wheel is your best friend. You definitely want to know what colors are your primary colors, secondary colors, and what complements each other. I didn't realize that learning the color wheel in third grade would help me in my career right now. Literally, I use the color. It's in my bag. I do not go to any appointment without it. Just because you don't want any colors to mix and then you get, a muddy color or like, ooh, that didn't complement each other too well. So color wheel is definitely handy.
We have someone that asked that when you include the products, please include the color of your lipstick. And I will say,
Oh, sure.
I'll say that she's our store for. I'm sure she likes that color.
Hey, hold on. It's called Yoshi by ColourPop. Now, I don't know if it's still available, but I'll look and see if they still have it. If not, I'll definitely put a color that's similar to it. It's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So, but it's a liquid lipstick. So I've been wearing liquid lipsticks now because of the mask, so this is not moving.
So that's what we need, liquid lipsticks, so that they.
Mhm. She's not coming off. She's here. It's not. Yeah.
So how do you get it off? Like at night, like when you,
Oh.
how do you get that off?
Yeah.
Is that
I
one of the
use
things- that's the kind I like, when you make my face up, and I like to sleep in it overnight.
she stays on. She's definitely, you gotta get some oil and some micellar water and
Rub it off. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she stays on through the day. So once she's on, she's on. And she's a maybe like $8 or something. I told y'all I am affordable. I do not spend a bunch of coin. If I can get something and it looks and it does the job,
Yeah.
we're gonna go for it.
Nice.
Wow.
And Morphe has some really amazing lip glosses and liquid lipsticks. I think they're 2 for $15 right now. And they have some bomb shades, like really, really nice shades too.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So, Dominique, as I mentioned in the beginning, you've been my makeup artist over and over and over again. So share with everyone how they can reach you again and
Sure.
and tell us about your business.
Sure. I have been doing this actually since college. I was always asked to do the makeup. I would be in the fashion shows and they will also want me to do makeup for the fashion shows. And I used to work at Nordstrom's in the shoes, but I always kept looking at the girls at the makeup counter like, I just want to get over there and just, I want to touch the makeup. I want to be in the makeup. And then I just noticed, family and friends, sorors will reach out and just say, hey, can you do my makeup? Your makeup looks really, really nice. And it's been this way. I've been doing this for about 4 years now. Honestly, it came natural to me. Like Cara said, like just how to hold the brush, the pencil, and just having an eye for colors and being, creative. I try to think outside the box. I get inspiration from flowers, even something as simple as Cara's top right now. I'm definitely going to create an eyeshadow look with the colors in her shirt. But you can reach me. I am on Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook page, it's Dominique, DOMINIQUE, Nicole Artistry. And I have the same handle on IG as well. If you want, you can send me a direct message. I love all things beauty conversation. We can stay on here till midnight and we can talk about some makeup. We can go. So please, I am here to be your makeup bestie. I will try to, share what I know. And if I don't have the answer, I definitely will look it up and try to find it for you. Like I said in the beginning, I'm still learning. I am a forever student. I love learning about new techniques, new products, new routines and things like that. It just helps, stay relevant and stay active as well.
Awesome. And you will travel to either, you have a studio or do you travel?
Right now, I'm only doing studio appointments due to COVID. It's just got a little much with trying to keep things sanitized. That way, if I'm in the studio, I kind of have more control over, what's being touched and what's being moved and who's coming in and things like that. So right now, the studio is actually located in East Baltimore. It's 4327 Harford Road. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Coco's. They have the best crab cakes, but we're probably, we're a couple doors up from Coco's. So after your beauty session, let's go and grab some crab cakes and maybe a margarita. I don't know, grab some wine. And it's on the second floor, but just if you need to make an appointment, I do have it linked to my Instagram and it's linked on my Facebook as well. And I do have a couple packages. I do have limited availability with April and May, but I do have some appointments available.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And
My pleasure.
we're going to add your info to the Facebook Live as well. But if you can share all your products, and if you want to add it too, just the more the merrier of adding all that.
Problem.
And please come back. You now have, we always say, please come to our good girlfriends chat.
That's the new friends today.
The contact information. You can always join us, and we would love for you to come back. Next time we'll do a different look.
Of course. Hey,
That would be
anytime. I just gained some wonderful friends today, so I'm excited. Beautiful, like you all have a beautiful skin. I can tell on camera here, so this was fun.
And now Dominique, you actually were one of our highlighted businesses. We always highlight female, African-American, female-owned businesses. So you were one, and we are also blessed to have another female, African-American owned entrepreneur on with us. And we are so excited because she's one of our, I think she might be our youngest entrepreneur at this point. So welcome.
So cute.
Let grandmother and auntie introduce her, but welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, go ahead. This
No,
is
she's right.
my granddaughter. I'm so proud of her. Her and my daughter had started a company, Undoubted Beauty by Ty Samir. And Tala can tell you about her company.
Hi, we are I'm from Undaunted Beauty by Ty Samir. We are open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we're located in our home. We provide a safe and peaceful space. We offer individual and strip lash applications and other soon to come services. These are some of our lashes. This is the Glamour Girl. This is Drama Mama. This is Modeless, Luscious Lady, and Beauteous Angel. We also provide lip glosses. This is Invisible Kisses and Pinky. And with our individual lashes, we have a sensitive glue, and we also provide vegan glue for the extra sensitive eyes. You can book through Instagram in our bio by emailing us or through Square.
Nice,
Very nice.
very nice.
Tyler, I'm gonna get some lashes from you, so I'll send you a message for myself.
That's
I'm so
awesome.
proud of Tyler. Tyler is 14 and she's a aspiring model. She does modeling too. So that's why I guess how her and her mother always dabble, like you said, played in makeup, and people always tell her your makeup look good, your lashes look good, and her mom's is the same way, and they came up with this business idea. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm very proud of both of them.
thank you. I was gonna ask you how she came up with the idea, what made her start. So thank you for that. It's very exciting.
Can you
I love
add her contact information into the Facebook Live so we can have it out there for folks?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Quadina.
That's-
So,
I'm
Tyler,
really proud of
Tyler,
you.
what is one of the new things that's going to be coming up that Aunt Q really wants?
We have the brow tinting, microblading.
Oh,
There's more. Body contouring, laser lipo, Brazilian butt lifts, and body detox.
wait a minute.
Mm.
You're gonna be doing all of that?
Well, with the help of my mom, of course.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive. Very
Very
impressive.
impressive. Yes.
Interesting. Well, that's awesome. I'm proud of you, Tyler.
Thank you.
Very proud of you. And thank you for joining us because, like I said, this is supposed to be a multi-generational show and you are representing your generation very well.
Very well, very well.
Thank you.
So much.
Keep going. Keep it up.
Yeah, I'm interested in learning more about the vegan, even though Dominique's going to be doing my makeup. So whatever.
Well, we might have to get it, so go ahead. She can talk about it.
So whatever she gets is fine. But I am interested in hearing more about the vegan glue. That sounds interesting too. So very good. Well, thank you, ladies. Anyone else have any questions or comments they want to make before we sign off? This was amazing.
I just want to say thank you to Dominique and Tyler for coming. Dominique, the demonstration was fabulous.
It was
Yeah.
fabulous.
Tyler, I am most impressed with you as a young entrepreneur, and your presentation to us tonight was awesome. So I know your grandmother is proud. I see it from ear to ear. But we are too. We are equally proud of what you're doing as a young Black, woman doing your thing. An entrepreneur 14 is wonderful. So keep it up.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And Tyler is at Poly, so us Poly girls are super excited about that. So keep up the great work, Tyler.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank
Proud
you.
of you. That's really,
Yeah,
really
very,
great.
very proud of you.
Yes. Well, ladies, thank you all. We hope we've been a blessing to someone out there, and we just hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, a happy Easter. Next week, we'll be back with another topic. But for now, we're going to say goodbye. Dominique and Tyler, we don't hang up from the Zoom if you want to stay on so we can thank you properly after. But if you have to go, we want you to know that we really do appreciate you being here. But for everyone else, we're going to say good night. And thank you all for joining us again for another Good Girlfriends chat. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.